Do you feel the sudden urge to fix it the moment your child says, "I'm bored"? Reaching out for the iPad, handing over a toy, or suggesting an activity? Just trying to stop the whining as quickly as possible. Because as parents, we are wired to keep our children happy, engaged, and occupied. We have all been there. Because we live in a culture that overemphasizes being busy. But what if that quick fix is actually taking away something that builds them for life? Here's the truth. How you respond in those small moments of boredom transforms your child. If you're looking to turn those moments into opportunities to raise a calmer, self-controlled and independent child, then this video is for you. Hi, welcome to the series of Mindful Parenting, where we slow down, look deeper and respond to our children with intention instead of impulse. Simple shifts, powerful impact. No power struggle, no constant fixing. If you are ready to respond differently and see the real change, you are in the right place. Before we understand why children feel bored, let's see how young children are naturally equipped to keep themselves entertained. Between 0 and 2 years, children primarily learn through observation and imitation. They watch attentively, they absorb silently, they replicate what they see. Between 2 and 4 years, imaginative play begins to flourish. They role play. They create imaginary world. They rehearse real life experience to pretend plays. Between 4 and 6 years, independent play gradually emerges. Children begin to engage with materials on their own. They construct narratives, they experiment with ideas. And yet, despite abundance of toys and books, we still hear the familiar phrase, "I'm bored." Why does this occur? Let me tell you. Children are naturally curious. They explore through touch, movement, and experimentation. Once they comprehend how something works, their mind naturally seeks the next challenge. That brief interval between mastering one experience and discovering another is often perceived as boredom. It is normal in human nature to feel bored. The feeling when everything feels dull, you wish something exciting could happen. Why eliminating boredom could be a mistake? When your child is bored, their brain doesn't switch off. It simply means your child is no longer being distracted by an external stimulation. No to-do list, no screens, no constant activities. Their brain automatically shifts gear into daydreaming, imagining, and exploring ideas. They also replay experiences, they reflect on the incidents, and they make sense of the world around them. The moment we start filling every bit of a child's boredom, we unknowingly create a need to constantly entertain them. And the more we do, the more they expect you to entertain them. This upsets the natural cycle of focus, sitting through an activity to master them, and gradually their grades drop. Because hard work and consistency is also perceived as boredom because it no longer gives them the adrenal rush. How can we help them navigate boredom? I'll give you simple practical strategies. Number 1, listen to this carefully. Learn to say it's okay to feel bored. It's a natural feeling. Just repeat it. It's okay to feel bored. Number 2, learn to say no for screen time. The more you give them, the more a child's brain starts demanding for it. Boredom kicks in when an order is missing in an environment. I will run you through this. When a child looks around and sees too many toys, but they don't still feel the excitement, they are just overwhelmed. They don't know where to start. A structured environment gives them the calm and secured feeling to start exploring. Circulate their toys. Have one set of toys for this week and another set for next week. Don't overload them. Number 5. Simple open-ended art supplies. This will help them have a low-key activities which doesn't need a lot of energy. Just as simple scissors, coloring sheets, paints, brushes, color pencils, puzzles, sponge dabbing and dominoes will keep them occupied for a very long time. This also creates imagination in them. Books. Let them flip through the pictures even if they are not ready to read through the words and letters. Outdoor free play. Running in the park, watching the clouds drift, looking at the shapes of the leaves. They learn the art of mindfulness. They appreciate the world around them. Encourage real life tasks. Let them eat independently. Allow them to clean up after playtime. Allow them to help you in the small household chores. Boredom is not a problem to be fixed. It is a pathway to becoming a better version of oneself. Free play and self-directed play during boredom are not luxuries. They are the necessities for a healthy development. As parents and caregivers, your role is not to constantly entertain them, but to provide the right space, gentle guidance, and an emotional support during this transition. Remember this. Children are absolutely capable of keeping themselves occupied. They just need the space to begin. If we constantly step in to entertain them, we walk them away from self-control and emotional resilience. We take away their chance to learn a guilt-free and a self-created game. For the next few weeks, try being a slightly laid-back parent during these moments and watch your child shift from seeking attention to creating, imagining, and acting independently. If this helped you see boredom differently, do like, share, and don't forget to subscribe. See you soon in the next video on digital detoxing. Thank you.